What's up, everybody, and welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnny Mobley Jr. And this is my wife, Deirdra. And we something like an ordinary couple. And her part is with extraordinary purpose. And then she says, greetings, salutations, accolades, and blessings. And then she says, what's up, mob stars? Hey, patrons. That's what she say. I had to give her a minute. She got to get herself together because she over here eating these salsa chips.
What I'm eating, baby?
Salsa chips. Salsa chips and whatever this cheese thing is with the little jalapenos in it. Quesadilla. Quesadilla. It's cheese. It's white cheese
Queso.
whiz with stuff in it.
It's queso.
That's white cheese whiz.
No, it's not.
It is.
They don't even make white cheese whiz.
How you know? How you know? Have you ever tried to buy it? Have you tried to buy white cheese whiz? You have.
They only have like the orange, the cheddar one.
So you've tried to go in the store and buy. You Google that. Let me Google it. I don't believe
White
that.
cheese whiz.
White
They
cheese
sell
whiz.
queso. They don't sell white cheese whiz.
White.
You really looking it up?
cheese.
Are you really looking it up?
Yep.
You see something?
Yep.
What it say? No. Let me see what you Googled. What
They
did you
got
Google?
Tostitos, cheese dip, white.
No. That's not cheese whiz.
Hey. You breaking the third wall, the fourth wall. That's what you usually tell me. That's not cheese.
Babes,
Oh.
tilt your phone.
Best Mexican white cheese dip recipe.
Tilt your phone now.
White queso. Oh, that ain't it.
Did you Google white cheese whiz?
Whiz.
Sexy.
I'm doing it now.
Big Daddy.
Listen.
Rollo.
I'm doing it now.
Did you Google white cheese whiz?
I did.
What came up?
It says It says
It does not say white cheese whiz.
Black Diamond Cheese Whiz from Sam's Club. Boom.
No, do that say cheese whiz though?
Black Diamond Cheese Whiz.
Let me make it bigger. Cause you're lying. You're blatantly lying. It says white diamond cheese whiz.
Black Diamond Extra Sharp White Cheddar Cheese Whiz Spread.
Let me see. Cause you lying
I'll
now.
put the cheese whiz part on it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They don't make white cheese whiz. That's queso dip, y'all, from jalapenos.
All right.
From the other night, and it was amazing.
All of it says queso. Cheese whiz is
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're correct. I'm wrong.
Thank you. But it's never the goal to prove you wrong.
Yeah, it is.
Because we're one.
Don't see. She always. Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New
I hope
Year.
everybody's had a great New Year start. So, did you see what I put on social media?
Today?
I don't remember when it was. Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday.
I didn't. I haven't really been on there, babe. I've been tired. She been tired.
Who is she?
Me.
Oh. Threw me off a little bit. I wasn't positive.
Well, while he looked for his post, y'all, I want y'all to know that we had a very heavy weekend. And so I've been singing the right way, singing the wrong way, hollering, excited about that the joy of the Lord is my strength. Therefore, I don't have much of a voice. But after the weekend, I actually didn't get up until about 11:30 on Monday. And I got up, and if y'all saw the post from early Sunday morning at about 2:20, y'all will see that we had just gotten in from New Year's Eve service, and Johnny was eating egg and rice.
They got cheese whiz all over.
Johnny was eating egg and The rice was leftover fried rice from from a couple days before.
I was just trying to get
But
something in my stomach.
he ate egg and rice and had some chicken, some air fried chicken tenders that he cut up in it. And I was eating a breakfast bowl, y'all. And I felt kind of bad because if I had come home and cooked Saturday like I was supposed to,
You ain't got to feel bad.
then we would have had something. But I was
But
like,
I'm thinking if we would have came home and ate that stuff, then
that would have been too heavy.
Sunday
We
wouldn't have been like it
Yeah.
should have been. So
Yeah.
we did right.
Yeah. So
We
I
did
actually
right.
got up and yesterday and I made I smothered the turkey wings, cleaned them real good, seasoned them real good, smothered them in a cream of mushroom soup. So I actually put the seasonings, the onions. Y'all, I didn't have no peppers and I was distraught because I normally keep a bag of onion and pepper blend in my freezer. So I used what I had, mixed it all together, and I cooked the turkey wings on 325. And then I put the red peas in the crock pot with some smoked turkey, some smoked neck bones, and some pigtails, and put that in the crock pot, y'all. And I went to sleep for about 3 or 4 hours, and it was cooking while Johnny was taking care of some business, y'all, because sis was tired. But baby, tell him what the outcome was, baby.
It was off the chain. It was well worth the wait.
Amen.
It was well worth the wait. I haven't eaten like that in a while. And what I mean by that is that type of food. Because we on the go a lot and we try to eat. And I mostly want to eat spinach, salad.
Grilled chicken, air fried chicken, stuff like that. But
because a brother trying to live.
Exactly. But them red peas and rice with some
nice.
hot sauce and them turkey wings was falling off the bones, y'all. Nice. It was amazing.
She got it right. She still got that country in her. That South Kakalaki in you.
I still got it in me.
You still got it in you.
I learned well.
Grandma taught you well.
Mm-hmm. And my mama know how to do a little bit, but my mama don't like to cook with. My mama don't like onions and bell peppers. She probably gonna slap me when she hear me tell her business, but my mama don't like to cook with onions and peppers and stuff like that because she don't like them. So we had to go. She squirmed when me and my sister talk about that we cook with onions and peppers and mushrooms and all those things. So, but it was good. You still looking for the white cheese whiz?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I was, but I'm stopping now.
Okay, thanks.
So what I put out yesterday was...
Okay, you found it.
So I was just thinking about how, everybody has the traditional, what you call it? New Year's resolution, what I'm going to do, what I'm not. And I remember a couple of years ago when we said we was going to start eating better, going to the gym, all that stuff. And it was like in October of, I'm going to say 2021?
2019.
2019. So when we first said that, we was like, okay, 2020, this is what we doing, this, that, and the other. And then something came over me and we said, what are we waiting for? We just go start it. So we literally started like a week later.
Brittany mentioned the same thing as well.
Yeah. So we just started doing it. And that's when I came up with my mantra. Now or never. But I started thinking about positive words, and I cannot remember where I heard this from, but I did remember it. And it says positive thinking words. It shifts your thought pattern and habits into a new and healthy direction. Training your thoughts is a real thing. People don't believe that they can train their thoughts. Mm-hmm. They don't think they can unlearn something and learn something new that is healthier and it fits their situation. So I gave some little tips. I put fail, and then I put FAIL. This can mean first attempt in learning. So if you try something new, that scares you, and it puts you in a place to where you don't want to move, and then you do it, and some people say you fail at it and it didn't work. Well, the
Right.
timing might not have been right, or you might have needed to tweak something on it, or whatever it is. That doesn't mean that it's not supposed to be done.
Right.
It just might not supposed to be done now, or it's more pieces to it. So you take the acronym, the FAIL, and you change it to first attempt in learning. So never give up. And then I put then the next one is N. So when you think you come to the end of something, or you feel like you're tired, or you don't have the will to go forth no more. The acronym for NEND is effort never dies. So you continue to push forth because the first 5, 10, 15 people that might tell you no, or you need to stop, or you feel like you need to end, you just continue to put forth your effort because the 16th person or 17th person may tell you yeah. It might be a yes. So, and no, the acronym NO means next opportunity. So never give up. So if you get a no, it ties in with everything else. If you get a no from something that you're trying to do, or you trying to better yourself, or you trying to level up, or whatever the case is, and you get a no, that doesn't mean stop.
Right.
Continue to move forward, because you never know what resources that are out there that you need to connect with to actually make the momentum of what you're trying to do move. So that's what I put out on social media. I got a good bit of traction on it. And then I put Happy New Year. The most important word in this statement is new. New is not existing before, made, introduced, or discovered recently, or now for the first time. So basically, something new is brand new. You've never seen it. It's never been discovered. It has not ever been there. So my question was, what are you going to do new this year? Every year you have a year come in. So now in 2022, 2021, 2020, you had all these things you said you was going to do. And for whatever reason, life circumstances, whatever the case is, you wasn't able to finish it. So now you're here.
Right.
So at 50, getting ready to turn 51, I'm looking at my years is I thank God for the grace and the mercy that he shows us to allow us to see another year. But that's what it is. We say Happy New Year, but it's another year. So what are you going to do new? So that's kind of like my statement of what I shifted at. This is another year of your life that God has graced you to see. What are you going to do new?
Yeah.
We can say Happy New Year, and we go with the statement and all that
yeah, it's
stuff.
like you
But
go with
what
the-
are you going to do new?
the
Will
cliche
you
of it.
finish 2023 out and then go into 2024 saying Happy New Year, but you have not done anything new? So what are you going to do new? What you going to do new, Mo? I know what you going to do new. I already know what you going to do new.
What am I gonna do new?
Girl, you finna work in the business full time. And then
Was that your business as well?
all is my business.
Because you are my business.
That's right.
Is that what you was getting ready to
Yeah.
say?
It's my business to tell. It's just time for us to jump. That's all. It's just time for us to move. And what can happen is another 10 years pass by, another 20 years pass by, whatever, and then we say we should have did it and we should have did this, did that. Either we gonna do it or we not. It's now or
Now. There ain't no choice. It's now or never. That's what you wanted me to
that's
say.
what I wanted you to say, but you always.
So
gotta
what were
add
your
your
thoughts
words.
when, I know you shared that. What were you thinking when when you wrote that or when you put that out?
I was just thinking about, so one of the things Apostle taught on Sunday, and I love when he teach like that, but when he taught, he preached some, but he did more teaching. But
On
when he
Sunday.
gets
Yeah, he did a
into
lot of
that
teaching.
mode,
Y'all can go look at it too.
yeah, when he
On the
gets into
Embassy
that
Church,
mode,
Fleming, Georgia. Our service from Sunday.
yeah, and our apostle is Apostle Kenneth K. Law, Apostle Dr.
Doctor.
Kenneth K. Law.
Yes.
So what he taught on a lot was the power of words and how it shifts not only your mindset, and it shifts your actions, it shifts, your resources, it shifts everything. So he was talking about the power of words, which, we've talked about that before on our podcast, but it just hit different.
It really did.
It just really hit different for me on Sunday. And it's like, one of the things that I do that a lot of people that are in my circle is that I always say great morning. I always say great, grand, whatever the case is, but I always say great morning. Now, some of my great mornings are great morning, how are you? And then some of my great morning like great morning.
Because I'm tired.
Yeah, it ain't there.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to say it to get
Until
your mind and your body and your brain to shift into that. And most of the time it works. Most of the time when I don't feel it, I continue to say the positive things and it pulls me out of it.
Yeah.
It pulls me out of it. So I just was thinking about that, and I just took some of the words that we see as negative and kind of put a positive spin on them. That's all.
Yeah. One thing about what you said with the whole speaking it until you see it or until you feel it, until your brain catches up with it. When you said, of course, the great morning, I got that from you. And so that's one thing that I practice, try to practice as well.
Yeah.
Instead of saying good morning. For me now, when I say good morning, it seems like that's just mediocre.
Yeah.
For me, it's just because I, picked it up from you so long ago. If I'm saying good morning, it just something about it just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it feels with me too.
Right. And so, but what was funny, and I don't know if I shared it on here, but I most certainly shared it with you, that because I'm always saying it, at the job one day, I don't know, I guess I just wasn't in the best of moods or whatever, and I said just a basic good morning to one of my coworkers, and he looked at me and he was like, "What? It's not a great morning?
Yeah.
What happened to great morning?" And it was like he was challenging me, like, "Wait a minute, you always say great morning to me, so what's changed?"
Yeah.
And I looked at him like, "You're absolutely right. I take that back. I apologize. Great morning." And he said, "Great morning."
Yeah.
So you never know how your words are not only affecting you, but are affecting others that are around you.
Yeah.
Or how your spirit, or how your light affects other people. The one thing we do these at my job every year, we have a firm meeting where we have offices across several. All of them are in Georgia, except for all of them are in Georgia, and we all come together at this one firm meeting at the beginning of the year. And so last year, myself along with a guy, not another guy, but myself along with a guy who I work with, we won the awards for. I think it says something, and I have it on the drop zone. But it said I won the
I do remember
award
that.
for. Was it the positivity award or something like that? And it was given because we were chosen as the two people who are always like uplifting when people see us, and that's how we come off to people. That's the vibe that they get. That's what we're giving off, And so for me, that exudes from me because that's what we live. Isn't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though we don't get it every time, even though we don't hit it every time, but for the most part, that's what we try to. That's what we try to put out into the atmosphere, into the earth. And even when we don't feel like it, I'm there to, encourage you, or you're there and encourage me.
Yeah.
And so even though I didn't read that's why I was asking you, like, what was your thought process? Because, there are a lot of things, and we'll give y'all more insight onto this. But there are a lot of new things. You said, "Well, Deidre, what are you doing new this year?" Instead of saying, "Well, making this resolution or that resolution or whatever," we've set our intentions, is what we've done.
Yeah.
And we are intentionally moving. We're intentionally focused. Somebody said to me a couple weeks ago, and they were like, just make sure you're focused. And I was like, it wasn't that I didn't receive it from them, but it was like, obviously you don't really know me, because how we move, we don't just move about all willy-nilly.
Not now.
Not now. Yeah, maybe you.
It was in the
would've called me
past.
back in the day, maybe.
But not
But
now.
now we're intentionally focused on not our plan, but the plan that God has for our lives. And so to say, we intentionally pay attention to what we say, to how we say it, to who we affiliate ourselves with, who we have around us, what we're speaking into each other, what we're speaking into others, what we're speaking into our children. And the one thing that, that Johnnie was saying, as far as using your words wisely and having conversations and speaking positivity. Me and the girls happened upon a conversation the other day that was brought on by just one of the girls asking a general question about what are your it's tissue down here, baby. I'll clean
I
it.
can't use tissue.
Okay, let me help. You want me to use my dress?
I gotta go get my handkerchief. Y'all know.
Do you have to have them on?
Huh?
Well, you got to see. You can do it without it.
You don't want me to see?
No, I'm saying, do you have to?
I don't
see?
understand what the question was.
You know what?
You said, do I have to see? I would like to.
Put a pause right there. Well, it ain't like you got to read something tonight. He just wants y'all to see his new sexy polo glasses. That's what he
that's
wants
not
y'all
it.
to see.
If I want to see you, then I need to put them on.
You got to put on glasses to see me?
Yeah, when you close up, you're a blur.
I'm always clear.
You know
Never
what? I'm not about to do this with you, Miss Mobley. I'm not. I'll be right back, y'all. Listen.
I'm your help.
The Lord is my help.
I'm your helpmate. I came out of you.
Mo.
What?
I need some room to put my stuff. You got your snacks and your stuff up here. I need some room.
Don't be nasty.
Hold up, I'll put my thing.
You done stopped the whole taping to talk about these glasses.
I just need to see. I can't. I don't like looking out of dirty lens.
I know that,
at all.
Lord Jesus. Or
Lens,
or
glass,
driving with a truck with dirty
I don't
glass.
like it.
Oh my Lord. That's his pet peeve, y'all. But anyway, can I start back with where I was at?
Go ahead. You should have did that when I asked you. When I walked out, I said, "Go ahead, talk to the people instead of talking about me."
Relax.
Don't see. Don't do that.
I need you to relax.
And for all y'all who don't know what relax mean, that means for me to hush.
Not necessarily.
It do.
But anyway,
all your little followers.
Oh.
All your little female followers.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
All your little female followers like,
See,
I like that.
You making me talk loud and
relax.
And I'm supposed to be resting my voice.
I'm gonna use that, Miss Mobley. Relax.
I'm supposed to be resting my voice.
Whatever.
So, excuse me. As I was saying, y'all, about positive thinking and setting your intentions and all that kind of stuff. One of my daughters started a conversation on our group FaceTime, and I think at some point all of us was on there. All of the girls were on there, and then it dwindled down to maybe one of them wasn't on there, one or two of them. But at some point everybody was on there, and she just asked the question of like, what are you most hopeful for in the new year? And it turned into an amazing conversation, and Johnnie was like, whoa, did y'all plan that conversation? We didn't. It's absolutely amazing what just one question can lead to, the conversation that it can lead to. We have these conversations, with them every so often, but not with just us girls, and go in depth like we did. And I'm glad that it happened like that, because everybody was able to share what their intention is for the new year. Everybody was able to say what they're most hopeful for. And a lot of it wasn't about material things, it wasn't about money, it wasn't about stuff, but it was more so about making sure that we are intentionally touching one another and connecting with one another.
Well, that's what we sold, though.
Absolutely. And it's not that I'm surprised, but I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised, not that's not even the word.
I wouldn't.
Not surprised, but I'm grateful for those moments that I can reflect on what we did
Yeah.
and how it is now manifesting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because what you find in larger families, and we even talked about this, there may be a couple of the kids that may, kind of be closer than to another one than they are to one, and
Yeah.
different things like that. And so we ended up even talking about that, and how intentionally they'll make the effort to grow stronger relationships with the one that they may not. It's not that they don't have a relationship with, but they want it to be even
Yeah.
deeper,
That
and
they
they
feel
let
a disconnect with.
right, and they let each other know that I support you
Yeah.
in whatever you do, and I support you, and I want to make sure that you're good, like physically, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff or whatever. Because it's one thing for excuse me, us to get on the phone and laugh, and
Yeah.
the comic relief is ever flowing on the FaceTimes, but it was just an intimate conversation. And I'm not going to share anymore, but it was just an intimate conversation, a very positive and uplifting conversation between me and my daughters.
Yeah.
And so, that's one of the things that we talked about doing more often, touching, having those type of interactions with each other, conversations, at least monthly. So
Yeah.
that's one of the new things that I'm going to be doing.
Well, I think because most of the time, so I'm that dude out of me and you. I'm that person that usually have those conversations with them,
Right.
and you have in-depth conversations with them too. But now I think they're going into a place in their life to where they need to feel you need to. I think it's twofold. So I think they need to glean from you imparting in them as a woman and where you are now. And I think this is a way for God to show you a confirmation of how what everything that you did was correct. So it's like it's twofold, and I believe that. I am a talkative person. I am, you know, that person who encourages and imparts and all that stuff. And you do the same, but you're more there for the girls. This is a part of you that they're gonna see.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What we crying for?
I don't
then?
know. Happy tears. Go ahead.
But they haven't seen it with you. Most of the time you giving them the mama side. So now it's like they're wanting to pull from the tree of the woman side now, because they see who you are now.
Give me a tissue.
Lord
Sick of you.
Jesus, what
I
is
don't
the
know
crap?
where this came from.
I don't know what's happening.
It happened this morning, y'all. What is it? Leapt? Is that the correct form of the word?
I don't know.
I
What you
leapt.
try-
I leapt today. Took a leap. Leapt. Right?
Oh,
Is
I
leapt
was
a word?
lost.
I'm
No.
so sure
I don't
it
think
is.
leapt is a word.
Yeah, I look it up. Yes, it is.
I took a leap.
I leaped today. I took a leap. I leapt. I want to know.
I'm looking
So,
it up right now.
and so I've been literally emotional all day. So that's probably where this is coming from. Um, good things.
How you
So they're
even
not
spell that?
LEPT.
Go ahead, talk.
So he's so forceful. Um, so finish what you were saying because you were in a good role. That was nice. What you said just said.
So leapt is a word. You just add a T to it. So it's Leapt.
Okay, it's LEAPT. Okay.
Yeah. How about
Yeah.
that?
So I left today, y'all. Or took a leap, however you want to put it. And so that was emotional for me. I'll share later because I sit in and cry for the rest of the podcast, but the rest of the episode. But
Yeah, leapt, Lept. It's small, weak, thin, fine. So that's a different word with a different definition.
oh, okay, all right. So what were you saying? They're pulling not from the mama side, but the woman's side.
Yeah, they pulling from the woman's side now because they are moving in different areas of their life, and now it's the longevity of what we have that they wanting to see. Because even coming from a good family, it's hard for you to see how two people can be together and work together and do this for so long. You can it you can see it, but living in it is something different.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they are now. I think that's where they are. We all our girls are very intelligent, wise, smart, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, the one thing that I love about them that they are teachable. They're not afraid to have a dialect, which I think that mostly came from me.
Dialogue that
Yeah.
came from you.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
challenged them a whole lot.
Yeah.
So
A
they
whole
had to
lot.
learn how to talk. They had to do research. They had to do a lot of stuff. So I think where they are now is, as they continue to make decisions and choices in their life, being married, some getting ready to get married, it's a different thing now. It's new. And now I don't think that they're not equipped to do it. They just need to be imparted into to see further.
Because they have seasons. Their seasons, literally, seasons are changing in all of their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They different ages,
Yeah.
different this. A lot of stuff they didn't see themselves doing at this age, this, that, and the other, da 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 da. And they're then the honest part about that is our girls lived in our culture, our environment. So a lot of the stuff that they have, we have given to them, which my son-in-laws, all of them come from different environments and culture. Mm-hmm. So they seen stuff different. But what I thank God for is that they are also teachable. Mm-hmm. They want to love their wives. They want to love their family. They want to do good and be good husbands and leaders. And they're not afraid to get that information from who can give it to them that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? They get it. So I got one got to work on, but it's gonna be all right. He well on his way. He well on his way, but it's a lot of stuff that it's good stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I do thank God for, because statistically having this many kids, one of them probably should have been dead, and then the other one probably should have been in jail, and then you got one who fly high straight out the womb, and then you got one who made mistakes, but then they get themselves together and then they fly high, but it's a little later in life, and then the rest of them is this stuff supposed to happen, and that's from the statistic, because when you have that many children, I think the one thing that helped that not happen it's not that they had a mother and a father in the house, but they had a mother and father that was hands-on. It's a big difference to have a mom and dad in the house, and because you there physically don't mean you there.
Absolutely.
So having a mother and father who takes interest in, your choices, your thoughts, your decision makings, you'll have dialogue back and forth about what's good, what's not, what's possible, what can, it's a lot of different things. So the relationships that we actually nurtured, I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So, at one point in time in life, you would say, it ain't good to have just a mama, single mom or single dad and this, that, and the other. And, that some statistics, a lot of it that's true. But at the end of the day, if you got a mother and father that's there, but they're not mentally there,
Contributing to the children,
then it's
and the
just like
well-being.
having a father that's not there or a mother
Yeah.
that's not there. It's exactly the same thing.
Well, it's funny that you said that because I was having a conversation today with somebody, and just, the one thing that we ask when we do
I like the sexy voice you got. I don't know what it.
You know what it is.
It's funny that you say that.
I'm so
That's how you.
sick of you.
It's funny that you say that
I'm trying to
because I
talk
had
light
a
because
conversation
I don't have much
with,
of a voice, and I should be resting in.
and honey, I love you. You sexy in those pants, and you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're so
I went
unfocused.
off to the
You're
left
so
a little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And excuse me, what the conversation that we were having, how when we do an assessment or a consult with a couple, we ask them about their background to see what their parenting was and what type of household they came from,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, because we want to get some background
Yeah.
on where y'all, why, where they do that at, where y'all get that from, not in those words. We know how to speak correct English, but I was having a conversation and I asked that question, and asked what was the relationship between the kids and their father. And basically it was like he was there but did not participate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't take him to school, didn't put him to bed, didn't wake him up for school. Was like you was a daddy because you did donated the sperm, but did not take the time to cultivate the relationship with the
But
children.
men are not taught to do that though.
Well,
Men are not taught that. A lot of men are taught to be the breadwinner, the financial, and then mama handles everything else, the nurturing, the hands-on stuff. We just show up, we pay for it, we make sure it's a roof over your head, we make sure you eating, we going on vacations, I have fun with them, but after that,
but the conversation that I had, it wasn't even that. It was like you were literally the donor. You brought the money home
and it's
to
in
do
the same house.
what needed to be done, but you didn't take part in playing with the kids and doing all these things. You were there as a father, as a donor.
So whoever that is, just another child.
Right. You were there as a donor and basically didn't cultivate a relationship with the kids.
Yeah.
And then you were supposed to take responsibility after the marriage was over to do your half, and literally found every excuse in the book to bail out. So now you have grown men who are not fathered.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so they don't know what it is. Now they're getting into relationships with women and they don't know how to be husbands.
I said I was going to have, didn't I say a year or two I was going to have something for men? Didn't I say that, Allison? You remember?
You probably did.
This woman right here.
Sure. Well, you probably told me about it, baby, and maybe
I
didn't
thought I
mention
said
to
it
her.
on the podcast, but I need to go back and find my notes. I need to do that. I need to get
Well, we need to put
a
that
group
into
of men
action
together and
I
actually
do remember
do that.
it. But I say all that to say I'm grateful because I look back when I heard that situation, it truly saddened me because now you have boys who have now turned into men and don't know how to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think one of them, the one that does have the child, is active, and and I think that's because of what mom was able to give them. But as far as their relationship with their dad, they have none. But it just goes like you said. There's a difference between having two parents and them being active and available and that they pour into. And I remember a podcast, one of the episodes that we did where you interviewed me about being a teenage mother
Yeah.
in the part of the book. And I think when I was having the conversation with you just now with what you just said, as far as you being there and pouring into them, you know what I'm saying? Even though we grew up with them.
Yeah.
But it was the comment when I said to you, like, I gave them what I had. So even if you're a parent there and you really may not even know the ins and out of how to parent, especially being if you're a new parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you may not have had the best parenting at home, or you may have, but that's still a walk that you got to walk.
Yeah.
With them kids, right? And so I think the conversation, maybe even why I got emotional, but because I think back to the conversation that me and you had that day when you were interviewing me on that particular episode, when I said that I just gave them what I had.
Yeah.
Right?
But here's the thing. You gave them what you had then.
Right.
But you continue to evolve into the woman you are now.
Right. Absolutely.
So now that you evolved and you kept growing and you kept getting better, now they still have a connection with you and a relationship with you that they can still pull. So the teaching never stops.
Right.
It never stops. Because you give your children what you can give them at the time because that's all you have, does not mean they're not going to need you down the line.
Right.
So you continue to be a better person. You continue to be a better father, continue to
And
be a
learn
better
and
mother,
grow and share.
evolve, be better, you create your well-being to be better. Just create all these things, become better in your choices in every area of your life. And then your children will
that's basically what we did.
Yeah, your children will still, it will still be time for them to glean from that. You can still impart in that. They will still have time to pull from the fruit. The one of the greatest things about a tree, when you plant a tree, when it bears fruit, you have trees that bear fruit in different seasons. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that you can always bet on, if you taking care of that tree, and the body and the limbs, every season when it's time for it to manifest the fruit that it needs to manifest, it's going to do it like clockwork. Mm-hmm. So, but here's the thing. If it grows bigger, you get more fruit. The more you take care of it, the more you nourish it, the more you cultivate it, the more you do it, the bigger it gets, the more fruit it gives. So
you look real nice with them glasses.
Can you focus, please?
I'm trying.
So,
go ahead.
So it doesn't, as a person, as a parent, because your kids have left your home, don't mean they still not going to lead you down the line.
Yeah.
It's just not. And a lot of parents feel like once your kid leaves the house, then your job is over. You ain't got to do nothing no more. And that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's just not the case. You still have to become a better person. You still have to evolve into who God called you to be, so you still have something to give your children when they need it. Now, some children, our goal is for our children to surpass where we are.
Yeah.
That's our goal. Because when they surpass where we are, then their children will surpass where they are, and it will get the whole blueprint for the entire bloodline will shift. The
legacy will continue to grow.
Yeah, it will shift into something else, which means it will be way easier. I think I talked about this before. If I would have put the plan in place to instill entrepreneurship in our kids when they were younger, then, they probably would already have businesses and all that. So because we were in a place where that wasn't what I can do at the time, because these babies need to eat, I got to go get a job. So that's where it was. Years passed by, but that concept I still sold into my children because now they having children. And like I said, one of my kids, her and her husband, their two kids already have businesses already. Taj is not even is he in kindergarten yet?
Taj is in pre-K.
Yeah. So you talk about somebody who's going to be able to nurture and cultivate something that where he walks out of school, high school, college, he's going to walk completely into a business that he owns. That's what it's supposed to be. But at the time where I was immature, so it's a lot of different things that I made, but that's always been in me.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't able to do it for my children, doesn't mean it still can't happen.
Absolutely.
So now I instill it in my kids, and now they picking up and they catching it on, and now this is what they're doing. So the growing and cultivating, the growing and evolving as an individual, as a mom, as a dad, is always the one thing that you're gonna always do. And I did research on this. Your fingernails go grow even when you dead. Your hair go grow even when you dead.
Well,
Maturity, huh?
How it's growing?
Your hair,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna grow.
Even when you die?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, fingernails grow, hair grow, maturity never stops. As long as you live, and I don't care how old you are, you still have more you have to learn. The world evolves, it grows on a daily basis by the millimeter seconds. So as it continue to change, stop, Deirdra. As it continue to change, as it continue to grows, and our managers, our producers can say this, can agree upon this, because in the social media world, it changes and grows on the daily.
Constantly.
So if you not in the fabric of it, what you was putting out last week, it ain't popping this week. So you got to make sure you stay with it. It evolves. That's exactly how our lives happen. It evolves. So you have to continuously evolve and mature. That's something that's not going to change.
Well, you can choose not to, but the
life will lead.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
life will just continue to move, and you will be where you are.
Exactly.
Stop. And that ain't what you want. That ain't happiness. That ain't joy. That ain't none of that stuff.
Why you drinking the water with that straw?
Cause I feel like it's ghetto to just put it up in my head, and then I be trying to do this.
You ain't getting no water. You sickening. For all things mob stars, go to www.momentswiththemobleys.com for everything that we're doing. If you need a consultation, it's available on the Facebook, Instagram,
all the social media,
the email, the website,
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, as well as the websites.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, well, so it's out there.
I haven't gotten my media manager to hook up on it. I don't even think she go on LinkedIn no more. She probably even got it on her phone.
And he just ran over.
She probably
ran her right on over.
She was like, people don't really.
I think he's.
You know how many followers I got on LinkedIn?
He's the only one who uses LinkedIn, and we'd have people that say they follow us.
Do you know how many? I got so many followers on LinkedIn. It ain't funny.
And I don't, for the life of me, I won't join.
You know what? Oh, I wish I could throw something.
And she said nobody goes on.
She thought about it. Well, that's good. Happy. I'm glad for you.
Right. Excited about it. Keep it up, sir.
Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, somehow we swooned from positive thoughts, positive thinking, and when I brought up the situation, the conversation that me and the girls had, but all in all, I think what we're just trying to convey to you is your words matter, and use them wisely. Be intentional about them, and the one thing that really stuck with me is use them, and don't be afraid to ask God. You know what I'm saying? Please never get it twisted that there's nothing that's bigger than Him, right? And so I have been, another thing that I'm going to do new, because this was a question that you asked me as well. I have always just had it in my mind and in my heart, like to speak positive affirmations and stuff like that. But sometimes when I like come across a new one or new things, especially from sermons and stuff like that, I forget them. So what I said that I was going to do was I'm going to write them maybe like on little sticky notes, and that'll make it easier to put it somewhere like in my closet. Put me up a little wall thing, little thingy on there in my closet, and put them on there so I can remember them. Because sometimes even when we pray, I think Johnny can attest to this. Like it be days where I can go, and you be having to be like, okay, baby, I'm dropping you off at work. We in front of the job. I need you to shorten
I've been out
that
here
prayer.
35 minutes. And
Right. I need you to shorten that prayer, honey.
You out here heaving and you talking in your tongues.
Did you say I was heaving?
Can we finish? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. Go ahead, and I'm gonna call you, and you can finish
so
it.
Shady.
You can finish it. Go ahead.
You are so shady.
You can finish it.
But I'm going to do that because there are, declarations is what they are, and so I actually just want to put them up just to remind myself.
Yeah.
Because it be good stuff, and even I need to show you that prayer because yesterday in the book that we were using for the consultation, I told you I found one of your prayers in there from 2016, and you was declaring and decreeing and canceling and shutting some stuff down in them prayers, and I need you to read. I need you to say that to me.
That prayer was for God. What I need to say it to you for?
Over me, over my life.
I did.
Well, I need you to say it again.
And it's done.
It is done, but I'll tell you what I want you to do.
You know what? This is the only woman I know that can take, huh? This is the only woman I know that can take Jesus stuff, the scriptures and all that, and then turn it sexual. I be in the church trying to serve the man of God, and she be texting me talking about you so fine. Why your one leg look like it's bow-legged? You look so good standing up there. Girl, if you don't focus.
Now don't act like it's one way. Don't act like it's one way.
I do be saying. So my honey, we way off track now.
We are but we about to end it.
Listen, so the positive words, make sure you do that.
Yes.
Husbands and wives, speak positivity into each other.
Yeah. Pray over one another. Yeah. Declare stuff and affirm each other and all that good stuff.
So now I'm flipping.
Okay. Go
so I came out, I be handling business with my apostle. So, I serve him hands-on. So we doing stuff, getting stuff together, whatever. I come out of his office, praise and worship going on. Me and apostle walk out. We get set up. We in our spot. And I look, and my wife is usually on the right side singing soprano or alto or, whatever she do. She can do a variety of things. What I didn't know she can do is sing like tenor. Y'all, my wife was on the left side, and I was like, why Deirdra over this side? And she was singing a little thing, and all I heard a little tenor was like, yes, Jesus, we praise him. And I was like, girl, is you singing? Now you can sing all of them. Girl, need you to sing all the parts. All your parts. Soprano, alto, baritone, whatever else you can say, we go compare, and then I want it all to be your voice, and then sing a song, and then we go mix it. Allison and Jameson can do that.
But tell them what you really said. Tell them what you said.
I can say that on here?
No, water it down.
Shh, I don't know how to water it
You do know how to water it down.
I said,
he was happy when he heard me singing. That's
And-
it. We're going to leave it at that.
and my member was happy.
Oh, my God in heaven.
It's always fun finding out new stuff about your spouse. It just do my heart good, girl. I ain't even do what
He
you
was
was on.
excited, y'all.
What
He
you
was
was on
really
outside
excited to
doing?
see
Stuff like, well, they needed somebody singing a little deeper. You can do that. Yeah, I mean, I can go there if I need to. Girl, you is versatilities.
We done, y'all. We are done for the evening.
Ooh,
We are done.
she could sing she could be the whole choir by herself.
We are done, y'all. Because my husband is crazy. You're crazy.
May the night may seem weary. She was all there. Joe is coming, coming. Joe is coming, coming. Joe is coming, coming. She could say all the
Look how you
parts.
just went through and sang every part of it.
I got a
We
little
don't
bit.
sing that.
We
but
done been together so long.
need to sing that.
I got a little ear for
You
it.
do.
Now my voice
you
don't.
really do.
My voice don't do right.
You did it
all
all right,
the
though.
time.
You did it all right.
Look, we finna go now.
I do like that song, though.
What?
Joy is coming.
All right. So, you got anything else, Ms. Mobley?
No,
Listen,
that's it, baby.
I would say let's not do New Year's resolutions because they come, you be on fire at the beginning of the year, and then by the
They
time
dwindle away.
stuff happens throughout the year, it falls to the wayside. So let's do life changes. If you're gonna,
Set your intention.
if you're gonna diet, let's take diet out the way. Let's just we're gonna change our
Healthier.
eating habits.
Yeah, healthier.
Yeah. So
Healthier
you just
eating.
got to find the positive, most healthy statements that you can use, the words, and then put it there.
And be realistic about it.
Yeah. You have
Did
to.
that come out right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be realistic about it. Do what you can do. Make some of the changes. If you got to make them gradually, then do that until you get to where you can do the whole thing. But you can make some changes. Some of y'all already know. Y'all was on fire. New Year's came, man. Y'all was on, it's going to be this is our year. You hear all the statements. This is our year. We breaking all the records and we doing this our year. And then by the time July get here, you can't even find, you don't even know what happened to the year. So.
You got me singing that song now.
All right. So think positive. Change your words. They can really change your thought pattern and your thought process. So you can change that. Regardless of what your background is, what your upbringing is, you can change your thought pattern.
Yeah.
And they got to come from your mind. You got to really intentionally do that. So.
And then your body will follow.
It has no choice.
Positive things.
It has no choice.
Positive actions lead to a more positive life.
It has no choice.
Yeah.
So, on that note, this has been Moments with the Mobleys. I'm your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
I'm his wife.
And we still something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all. Have a great week. We'll see y'all next week.
Night, night. What are you doing?